So, but that being said, let's jump into our mental health check.
Yeah.
You wanna start with you?
Sure. So mentally, I feel like I've been good. I've been very good. I've been I've been walking pretty much every day for the most part. But I've been singing a lot, which is good for me mentally, in preparation for October. And then I've just kept myself busy with the things that I enjoy doing. And I felt like all week I've been able to do things for the podcast, Burner State, MBR. It's just been, I've just felt good mentally. I felt super clear all week, which is good. And I think mentally I've been doing really well. And I'm trying to ride this wave out and see how long it'll go, because it's been a really productive week for me.
Nice. That's good, man.
Yeah.
You lost some weight.
I have, yes.
See that you're fitting into some smaller shirts again.
I have.
You know?
This is the barbershop I go to, Union Barber. Shout out to Brandon and crew. I haven't been able to wear this shirt for a minute, at least not comfortably. And yeah, so I've been, it started off no sugar. I was watching it happen. It's a big fly.
It's a big fly, right? Like it's been here just growing.
He's eating well. Yeah, so it started off as no sugar. And then from no sugar, it went to intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
And then it became keto. So now I'm doing all three.
Intermittent fasting is really good for me.
I think it's probably been the most helpful. Except for, I think no sugar is probably good too, but
yeah,
the fasting's been pretty good. So, but it's helped me. Yeah, I've lost some much needed weight, I think, for myself. But the big thing for me is my mind. I feel like I've been like clear.
Yeah. And you mentioned October. Have we officially mentioned that on this show? What's happening in October? Is that like a thing?
We haven't made an announcement yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like just preparing for October,
okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're playing in October.
Yeah.
But we haven't announced dates, and we haven't announced.
We're playing in October.
Yeah.
We haven't announced that either.
Yeah. So we're waiting, because we're waiting on one little domino to fall. It's kind of annoying, but once it falls, then we can announce it, because we have everything.
Yeah, so we're doing a Walking Blind live show in October. Just kidding. Don't take my word on that. What about you? How are you doing?
Well, this last week's been a little crazy.
Yeah.
My mom was in the hospital, which it was scary because of what, we thought she had heart problems and all that. So it was a little scary this time, but turns out she had her tests done on Monday and she's fine. Okay. So I was a little screwy.
That's a little scary for
Yeah, I was a little screwy last week, but she came home Monday and everything's fine. So I've been charged with making her walk.
Nice.
So I have to take my mother for walks every day.
You should tell her that a friend of ours likes to walk around the kitchen island.
I will tell her that.
Yeah, you don't have to go outside.
I will tell her that. Actually, they have
There's
like a round...
like a dining table?
No, it's like their house is like a round plan type of thing. So I could just take her and walk her through the living room, the family room, the kitchen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Walk anywhere, guys.
There we go.
Steps are steps.
So, yeah, that's
steps
my...
steps.
Steps are steps. So, other than that, I mean, I don't know.
So, can we ask during this time, especially earlier in the week, because there's even a possibility, had we done the episode Monday night, it was kind of dicey whether you would have been able to even be there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because that's Mondays when they did your tests.
Yeah. And so, what did you find was helpful for you? Like, what are your coping things? What are your go-tos when you're, I guess in a situation like that, which is kind of scary, kind of, Yeah.
Mostly I watch movies and start binging on shows on Netflix. And
Which ones?
what
Yeah, what are you watching right now?
shows?
What shows
What
are
am
you
I watching right now? Right now I'm watching. Well, I've got a couple of them going. Black Mirror,
Okay.
The Umbrella Academy. I just started that a couple days ago.
Oh, wait, for season 1? Like,
I just started season 2. Well, I'm about halfway through season 2.
okay.
Fun fact, Jesse's brother does the music for Umbrella Academy.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm gonna have to listen closely. And actually, they've got some good songs on there.
Yeah.
They got some really good
There's some
songs.
cool stuff going on in that show.
Yeah. And comedy, stand-up comedy.
Nice.
I love watching stand-up comedy because it's just
Nice.
And I got it all set up on my computer now. I was watching it all on my phone. I thought this is really stupid.
There's a computer right next to you.
Yeah, the
You're looking
computer's
at
just right there.
Tiny
I'm
little
centered
screen.
like this.
I catch myself doing that sometimes. Like I'll be right here and I'm watching something on my phone and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a second, what am I doing? So
But I got that set up, so that helped a lot. But other than that,
What's a stand-up set that you've seen that you've enjoyed? Or a comedian that you just kind of are like checking out?
Christopher Titus cracks me up. He just makes me laugh. He's so funny. On really bad days, though, it's feel funny because I'll go like 15 minutes and nothing's funny, and then
yeah.
then
Yeah.
suddenly everything's funny. So, but I use stand-up comedy a lot because it takes your mind off of
Yeah.
the immediate, and so.
There's always like this ongoing debate when it comes to stand-up, like, about stand-up comedy being offensive or stand-up comedy like hurting feelings and stuff like that. Do you live in that like category, in that world of like something shouldn't be said, or do you feel like
Oh, heck no.
stand-up comedy is like?
Comedy,
I know the answer to this, but I feel like I should ask it anyway. Like,
No,
it should push boundaries. It should make you uncomfortable. Things like that.
I think for the most part, I think it should.
Yeah.
Because it's if we can't laugh at ourselves,
Yeah.
what are we coming to?
You're gonna be just fine on this show then.
Yeah. I feel like some of our bonding came at the end of our shifts when we would share.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we do.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you laugh
We're
at that, all right.
we're trauma bonded or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. That's cool.
So
That's cool.
All right, well,
What about you?
Michael.
I'm good. It has been an interesting roller coaster of a week. There he is. There's my
Yeah.
arch nemesis. It's been an interesting roller coaster of a week because, so like pretty much right at the end of last week and through the weekend. So I do voiceover on the side, like I have, and I get this email from one of like my like bigger, like regular clients. So this is like a huge chunk of money every month type deal. They're like, hey, it's somebody I had never gotten an email from this company. And they're like, hey, I don't know if anybody's reached out to you, but just to let you know. And then they listed the names of the people I work with. They've been let go. And the division that you've been working for is kind of no longer in existence at this company. So we still have you on the list if we need voiceovers, but it's not going to be the regular thing anymore. And I was like, fuck. Okay. That's fine. So like that happened. And then we had been in like kind of like jumping back and forth on, we've talked about big things coming on the podcast, like, and we talk about it a lot. And guess what, Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what, Martin? You're not my real dad. No. So we had been looking at, and I guess we might as well talk about it now. We'd been looking at vans, right? So, we'd been looking at vans just because the idea was that like we both kind of spent a big chunk of time like living out of vans and, being on the road and touring and stuff like that. And one of the things that we really want to do with this podcast is
Revisit old trauma.
revisit old trauma.
There we go.
Just to make us better at this show. No, we one of the things that we wanted to do was really
Let
like
him drive.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that we want to do is kind of like reach out to like friends of ours or like bands that are touring, people that are playing and like on the road full time and check in with them their mental health. And what we realized is like, you know, especially if you're not from California, it's tough to go to a show, right? Like, let's say somebody's playing in Orange County. They're here for a day. Then they have to find a way to make it all the way out to essentially to my house where we record.
Yeah.
And then be here long enough to record a show and then make it all the way back to the show before they have to play. It's kind of like, it's pretty difficult to like go out of your way, especially if it's like, hey, we're not, you know, like, it's not like we're paying people to like be on our show, you know? So, we still wanted to have that aspect. And then like the whole Zoom thing, like it can happen and it's cool. And it is cool to connect with somebody, but I feel like the connection in person is so much more, you know, like meaningful, I guess, than like staring at a screen. So then the idea actually came like really early on when we started the podcast. Let's get a van and like we'll kind of rig it up so that we could just show up to shows.
Nice.
And, you know, so like, you know, after the whole voiceover thing happened, then we were like, I was messaging a bunch of people about vans and everything was just falling through left and right. And like, we had one van. I finally like worked out getting the money and then like, all right, cool. We have cash in hand. The guy's like, it's gone. It's sold. We're like,
Oh, jeez.
right. And then so finally I find another van, and reach out to him, negotiate, bring the price down. And then I'm like, yeah, we'll be there tonight. Little did I know, Chase Bank, thanks JP Morgan Chase, changed their hours apparently nationwide to now they close at 5 o'clock.
Oh, geez.
I don't get off of work until 5 o'clock. So my whole thing was, I have until 6. I'm going to run to the bank afterwards, get the cash. And I had convinced this dude to drop the price. Like, I'll be there tonight. Like, he's like, all right, tonight at this price, you know, whatever. Get to the bank and it's closed.
Oh, jeez.
It's more money than I can actually pull out of the ATM. They're like, the ATM is just not programmed to do that. So I'm just like, I was like mad. I was just so like, I felt so defeated. And I was telling Mike, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. And Mike's like, maybe we should do an episode tonight. It might be good content.
Right. The best response though for yours was just like, I don't think I can, man. I've taken too many L's.
It's like I've been taking too many L's lately. And then so the end outcome of that was finally we talked to the guy and he agreed, like, okay, come tomorrow. I actually sent him a deposit, like not even like, I don't know this dude, like whatever, just if we lose $100, we lose $100 type thing. And then so the next day we went and we picked up a van. So now there is a van for Walking Blind, part of the big things that we've been talking about for this show. So that's like, you know, one aspect of what we've been talking about. So that kind of helped out, like helped get things to fall, you know, into place. Yeah. So, and then I had a couple projects come across my desk that were like nice, like little, one that I even, so I was working with a friend of ours on a project, and because of the sponsor for this project, all I was thinking in my head, because it deals with trucks and stuff, all I was thinking was like, have you seen that clip of you ever mistake your girlfriend for you know, like, or whatever, like this is how it feels to drive a Ford F-250, right? So I did the voiceover for this, like the way I normally would, like, and then I was like, I'm going to do another version with like the Southern twang to it just for fun. Like, and I even told him, I was like, I sent you another one just for fun. He was like, dude, you guys still got the Southern boy in you, you know? So I sent it over, and then I get a message from him like 2 days later. He's like, dude, we went with the Southern voice. I was like, what? And he's like, dude, it just fit the music and it fit the vibe of the whole thing, so we went with that one. I was like, no way. All right, cool, you know? So yeah, it's been a little roller coaster, but
look at you rallying.
We're rallying. We're coming back. We're coming back strong. So I'm excited. There's some very cool things happening in the Walking Blind camp. Yeah. And you're privy to all of them.
Yes,
so
I get to hear it.
You know.
So I know what's going on.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
And if he doesn't volunteer it, I bug him until he tells me.
Yeah. I'm even trying to like I talked to Raul, or I sent Raul a message. I was like, hey, maybe we should get a Liquid Death rap around this band. You know what I mean?
Dude,
That would be cool.
please.
That'd be amazingly hilarious.
I don't care.
Like, imagine,
You got to take that guy that you had behind you and put him on the back of the van or something.
Or in the front.
or in the front,
Or in the
put it in the
front.
front seat, and we can just go in carpool lane, even if it's only us.